So with human malware keeping a lot of people inside, people are starting to have to do more conference calls. They're taking their streaming a little more seriously, or they're starting out for the first time, or they're just doing a lot more video calls. And the problem with that is you want to get a webcam, but so many of them are being marked up incredible amounts on places like Amazon, Best Buy, and any of your online retailers. But you've got an incredible camera normally in your pocket at all times of the day. So what if you could use your phone? What's up everybody, it's Dimitri of Cat Gaming, and today I'm going to show you how to use your phone as a webcam for either conference calls, video calls, or streaming. So this does work on Android or iOS. On Android it's free, and you have to download an older APK of an app that's no longer available on the App Store. I'll leave a link in the video description below, but it was the official NDI camera plugin. And if you're on iOS, there are a few options. So the ones that I know that friends have used that have worked out pretty well, you have Camera for OBS Studio. It's about $16. The nice thing about this one is that it has both wired and wireless functionality. So if you want to do wired, you can go ahead and use a USB cable. And the nice thing is they have a very good and in-depth walkthrough on their website that you can go and figure out exactly which way you want to do it, downloading the plugins and so on and so forth. I will leave those links in the video description below. We're going to be doing wireless today because that's the way that all of the other apps work. But if you do want to do wired, there is a iOS camera plugin for OBS that they have set up where you could just plug in your phone and utilize it. The second app, which one of my friends Jason has used, is called HD Camera for OBS Studio. This one is a little bit cheaper and it only does wireless, but he's been having a great time using it. He's been using it for all of his interviews, and they work practically the same way as the Android option. They all just have a slightly different interface, but they have the same use of using NDI. And finally, you're going to need the NDI plugin for OBS. This is going to allow OBS to recognize any of the NDI sources on your network so that it can show them. Link for this also in the video description below. Very easy to install, and once you go ahead and do that, we can start setting everything up. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this on an Android because I do not have an iPhone myself, but like I said, it is a very similar process, and most of the apps on iOS do walk you through how to set it up in the app itself. But once you have the Android NDI app installed, once you open it, you'll get this interface, which is a camera. And it's very simple. As soon as you press this middle button and it goes red, that means that it is now recording to NDI and it'll be streaming it over the network. So once you have the apps installed and you have the plugin installed for OBS, you're going to head into OBS and you're going to go to your sources. You're going to right click add and you're going to go to NDI source. We're going to call this one phone. And there we go. That should be the one. You don't need to enable any of these other ones. It should work fine. And there you guys go. You guys get a really nice view of my face. So one thing you're going to notice, however, is that the NDI app on Android, at least, does not autofocus. You have to tap to focus. It's a good and a bad thing. It'll really allow you to set up an exact scene that you want, but if you do want it to refocus, you're going to have to go ahead and tap the screen to get it to focus on whatever you're pointing at. So now if you're streaming and just using OBS, you're good to go. If you want, there are a few really good mounts for your phone to be mounted to your monitor or an arm or something. I'll leave some links in the video description below for you guys if you guys want to use those. But if you are going to be using this now for video conferencing or video calls, you're going to have to do one more step, and we're going to have to install the virtual camera. Now, the nice thing is the most recent update of OBS has a virtual camera built in. So this makes it a lot more simple and a lot easier. You don't have to go and install any more plugins. You can install the virtual cam plugin, which gives you a little bit few more options, but the one that's built into it is perfectly fine and it works out really great. So once you're back into OBS, you're going to see there's a start virtual camera button right here. All you got to do is click that and you're good to go. You're started. Now, if you open up something like Discord, you go ahead and go to your video settings. You'll drop down and you'll see an option called OBS Virtual Camera. You go ahead and click that. And as you can see, we have our preview. So very quickly, as you can notice here, the camera is flipped on the horizontal axis. If you do use the OBS plugin that you download off the internet and install, you can do that automatically within the virtual cam settings. But the new virtual cam does not have settings like this, but you can do something very quickly and I will show you. Go back to OBS, right click on your scene, go to transform, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip horizontal. And now, once you go in here, you're right side up. Or right side left, right side right, however you want to say it. And one final thing, don't forget to mute the phone as an audio source if you don't want the audio coming from the phone. They will automatically send that. I normally just keep it muted, and then if I ever decide that I want to walk away with my camera and go somewhere else, then I will unmute it and utilize the microphone on the phone. But other than that, I use my own microphone. And that's it. Very simple, very easy to use. You can do a lot of stuff now. You can use OBS, you can use overlays, you can do all this fun stuff. You can use images, you can put up videos, you can do all that kind of stuff using OBS as your virtual cam. So it gives you a lot more flexibility, and using your phone as a camera, you know, you got a really high quality camera here. You can move around with it, you can walk away because it's wireless. You do get a lot of flexibility, and I do use that normally on my stream as like an extra angle. If I'm going to show people my computer, for example, or my desk, or if I walk over to the 3D printer, I'll bring it over. And when I did my first time shaving in over 10 years, I brought this upstairs when I was shaving, and I use this as my camera. Really great way to do some stuff, some really unique stuff. And that's it for today's video. If you did find it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or go ahead and join our Discord. We can have a little bit more of an in-depth conversation there. You can share some memes, we can talk about games, all that kind of fun stuff. Link in the video description for that as well. And as always, I stream on Twitch from Friday until Tuesday, usually around 7:30 Eastern. If you want to come check me out, say hello, hop in the chat. I do normally also answer questions there if I'm streaming, so you're more than welcome to hop in there and ask some questions about some videos or about something that I can show you right on stream. That's it from me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next Friday.